Speaking on behalf of our Battle at Bristol football game is Jerry Caldwell, General Manager and Executive Vice President.
Thank you, Becky. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How are we doing? Well, on behalf of Bruton and Marcus Smith and the team here at Bristol, as always, welcome. We love having guests, especially everyone locally. They're like family to us, and we certainly do appreciate you guys being here. We've got some special guests. I do want to recognize, I always worry about leaving somebody out, so I'll apologize now if I do. But Representative John Lumberg, who is a great supporter, thank you for being here. Representative Timothy Hill, thank you for being here, also always there to support us. We've got the mayors from both sides over there smiling and getting along well. Placing their bets on the game already. Mayor Lee Powers and Mayor Archie Hubbard, thank you for being here and supporting us. Let's see, Chief Blaine Wade is here. Blaine, thank you for joining us. City Manager Bill Sora. Bill, thanks for coming. We've got representatives from all of the chambers, Bristol, Johnson City, Kingsport, all here. We certainly do appreciate what you guys do in support of us. Claudia Moody, always there championing for us. Thank you for being here. And this today reminds me, I think back about how this all started. And we talk a lot about how important local is here and how we're all in this together. This is kind of a David versus Goliath when you think of Bristol Motor Speedway and everybody in this region and what we do and the events we put on versus the others that are putting on events of this magnitude. They're all in bigger cities. We do that together. We win together, and I love that and thankful for it. The conversations for this, though, really started a long time ago. Well, really 18 years ago. I still jokingly say it's the longest promoted event to never take place. But when we kind of re-energized this thing a few years ago, it came from some conversations with Bruton and Marcus Smith saying, let's go forward. But one of my first conversations was with a good friend, to go to him and say, hey, can you help us get this thing started? And that was, of course, my good friend Steve Smith from Food City. So thank you for being here. Charlie and Lisa are here with Food City representing them today. Thank you for being here. Thank you to Steve. He had other obligations, couldn't be here, but for helping make all this possible. We've got a lot of really good stuff going on at Bristol Motor Speedway right now. We had a great August race weekend. Attendance was wonderful, as everybody in this room is well aware. Very encouraging to see the things going on. Seeing people from all 50 states and 26 foreign countries coming to join us here at Bristol Motor Speedway. It blows me away when I think about that, and the hundreds of thousands of people that come to enjoy this place. We had tremendous feedback from a lot of first-timers. We had probably more CEOs of companies here than we've ever had, of major companies from all over the world. People flying in from Japan. A lot of these companies that participate in the sport that can only bring their CEOs to one event, even though this may not be their sponsored event, they choose to come to Bristol. And there were dozens and dozens of CEOs of Fortune 100 companies here to understand what this NASCAR thing is. And the people that are able to direct them here at Bristol. So that's something for all of us to be proud of. Mike Helton found me after the race and was congratulating the team on a great event. And one of the things that he said to me that stuck and made me very proud and made our team very proud, he said, what you just did was really good for our sport. To see Bristol full, he said, I was sitting in race control getting ready to start the race, and I tried to make a phone call, and it took a few minutes for it to go through, and I looked out in the stands and saw all those people, and I knew they were back. It was a nice view and nice for all of us to see and experience that. Dave Hart was another one. Dave, who's the athletic director at University of Tennessee, joined us for the first time for an event. He's been here many times, but August was his first event here and was blown away. And Dave's seen it all with the schools that he's worked at and the events he's attended. He's seen them all and was blown away with what we do in this region with Bristol Motor Speedway. So all that's exciting. It's a lot of positive momentum, but my goodness, we're 365 days away from the biggest event to ever take place here. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited, as you could see from my party pants that I've worn. We're all getting ready for this party and the countdown. So to kick that off, this is one of my favorite videos for the Battle at Bristol. Let's take a look at it.
Knoxville, Tennessee, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, one of the most storied college football programs in the country. 239 miles up Interstate 81 lies ACC powerhouse Virginia Tech, led by the winningest active coach in the country, and a border battle that dates back to 1896. Smack dab in the middle of the two is the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway. Fans from both states have lobbied for years to see both schools clash on the neutral site of the world's fastest half mile. It would be the biggest college football game ever. That wait is finally over.
I've seen that thing 100 times and it still gets me fired up. If it doesn't you, let's check your pulse. We're all ready for this. The number one question that we all get asked is, how do I get tickets to Battle at Bristol? And we've answered that with our season ticket holders being able to get those, and with our cup ticket holders being able to put down deposits. But we'll answer that question for the rest of the world today. The first bit of good news that we have today is everybody that has put deposits down through Bristol Motor Speedway for their Battle at Bristol tickets, hoping to get them, we can assure them that they have gotten tickets to the Battle at Bristol. So they can start making their plans. We will be going through the allocation process a little bit later this year and sending out information to them very soon for them to fill out their request forms and additional information. But they can be assured that they've got those tickets, and we'll be processing those orders. The second bit of exciting news that we have today is we have a program that we will launch called Battle Friday on October the 2nd. October the 2nd is going to be a big day around here. It's going to be a two-part program that we will launch, and I'll go into some more details on that in just a second. Before we do, let's hear from some of our good friends around that program.
All about the 22 guys on the field. When I was there this spring, I was able to go out on the track and see where the field's going to be and see the stands. I mean, it takes your breath away.
What a great spectacle it's going to be, and not just for Tennessee and Virginia Tech, but for all of college football and the entire game of football. It's going to be a great competitive event. Two very, very good football teams going at it.
They pick it up, he dumps it off to Jalen Hurd, cuts back at the 5. Touchdown, Tennessee!
Fires, picked off. Fuller jumps the route, running into the 30. He gets to the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Tech.
Well, now that we know all of our season ticket holders and everybody that's put down a deposit is able to have one of these bumper stickers and let people know they have Battle at Bristol tickets, there are going to be some more folks starting on October the 2nd, excuse me, that are going to be able to get those bumper stickers as well. Two-part program. The first part of it is on that day, on October the 2nd, we will have an on-site sale. One of the things we have, this program has been batted around for a while. Internally, we've really thought hard, argued over it on what's the fair way to do it, so that we could come up with the best solution and take care of as many people as possible. And an important part of that was being able to take care of locals and offer locals an opportunity to attend Battle at Bristol. So on October the 2nd, we will have an on-site on sale. It will only be on this property. You'll have to come buy tickets here. It's a Friday. We'll open at 9 a.m. We'll release some additional information on that over the next couple of weeks on when. We have a feeling some people will probably come camp out on when they can do that and where they can do that. But we will open up a few thousand tickets on that day to sell. When we close that day, or could happen before, once we go through the allocation of tickets that we have set aside for that, those will be gone. The second part of this Battle Friday event will be the launch of our lottery program. For those folks that can't be here in person, they will be able to go online and put their names on a list and get in the lottery to purchase 4 tickets. Whether it's on site or the lottery program, we're going to do a maximum of 4 tickets that can be purchased to try to spread that out and allow as many people as possible to enjoy the events. The lottery program will be from October the 2nd to November the 2nd. Go online, put your name in the hat. On November the 3rd, we'll start pulling names and filling those orders, notifying people that they have either not gotten tickets to the Battle at Bristol or they have received their tickets to the Battle at Bristol and allocating those. For both of those programs, we will have $40, $50, and $80 tickets available. The on-site program, those people will pay for those tickets that day when we are able to start selling those tickets on October the 2nd. So if you would think of this, somebody helped me with this yesterday, I thought it was a good illustration. You think of it as a line. Everybody's been in line. The first people in the front of our line were our season ticket holders that have been so loyal to us for so many years. They're in the front of the line, then kind of work your way down off a priority point system. We put this priority point system in place, and our folks worked a really long time to pull all that together with partners like Ticketmaster and others to make that work. But we wanted to reward the people that have been loyal to us. So front of the line, season ticket holders and cup ticket holders, and then these folks will come in line after that. They will get allocated throughout the facility in locations once the others have been satisfied. So our mission here was to be loyal. We want to be loyal to our local customers and be fair to them. We also wanted to be fair to the region that is so loyal to us. And I think we've been able to accomplish that with this Battle Friday and what will follow. We anticipate, there are few tickets left. We have held purposefully to try to get to this point so that we could have some to sell locally and we could have some for a lottery to offer others. And we've been able to accomplish that. But I anticipate once this is over, it will probably be the end of ticket availability through Bristol Motor Speedway.
Back when you first announced this thing, there was a sign-up procedure on your website. What was the result of that exercise?
Well, when we first announced, people were wanting more information. What we encouraged them to do was just go put your name on our list and put in our mailing list. So that's the group that we are communicating with first after our season ticket holders to let them know what's going on. We had a tremendous response. They're the folks that continue to get all this information first.
Any other questions?
About how many tickets are left that will be available October the 2nd or through the lottery?
That's a good question. We don't release specific numbers. And that also, people that have season tickets are still able to put deposits down through today. So the number is going to fluctuate a little bit. It's the other reason we wouldn't be able to give you a number. I can tell you there'll be a few thousand available for on-site and then a few thousand for the lottery is probably a safe way to put it.
Grant?
Is there a certain capacity number that you guys are targeting for the actual game day events, or a number you have in mind, or is that kind of?
We'll have in excess of 150,000. We'll release a specific number. We're still putting some final touches on some of the infield seating that will make it fluctuate slightly, but it's going to be just north of 150,000. If you'll remember, the record right now is Michigan at 117,000 and some change. So I feel pretty confident that record's gone.